Our tale unfolds with a young lad named Suyu, a humble servant at the county princess's palace. He yearns to break free from his confines, but his only friend since arriving, Tang Xiao, intercepts him. Tang Xiao, kind yet obstinate, insists that leaving isn't wise, given the scarcity of such jobs. He demands to know the reason behind Suyu's urgency. Suyu attempts to depart, promising an explanation later, yet he is harboring a secret. He's an unfortunate time traveler, stranded here for a month. Tang Xiao's determination prevails, and he grabs Suyu's shoulder, pulling him inside despite his resistance. This incident coincides with the activation of Suyu's in-buddy system, coupled with a pressing newbie task with a strict deadline. A mere 48 minutes remain, and failure to complete the mission, a journey to King Mountain, spells elimination. Suyu's escape is hampered by Tang Xiao, and he struggles as his time ticks away. As the two tussle, an unexpected visitor, Cheng Lang, strides in, revealing Suyu's dismissal. Cheng Lang, a leader among the servants, berates Suyu for lingering. Tang Xiao intervenes, aiming to explain the situation to the steward, prompting a heated exchange between him and Cheng Lang. Seizing this diversion, Suyu seizes his chance and directs a barrage of insults at Cheng Lang. The shock leaves both Tang Xiao and Cheng Lang momentarily speechless. Cheng Lang's anger flares, and a fierce altercation ensues. In the midst of the fray, Suyu seizes his opportunity and bolts, the mission's clock relentlessly ticking. After a breathless sprint, he finally reaches his destination, the majestic King Mountain, a name bestowed upon it by the system. Standing before this vast natural wonder, Suyu's incredible journey through a magical world takes its first step. Abruptly, the King's system sprang to life, startling Suyu with its sudden activity. It began loading maps, activating various shops, and analyzing an array of data from this magical world. His vision filled with a mesmerizing array of exotic fruits, unique seeds, and even legendary creatures he needed to gather once he completed his initial task. The crux of his mission was to rise to the coveted position of the top ruler of King Mountain, transforming it into a revered sanctuary for all to inhabit. As the influx of knowledge bombarded Suyu's mind, his head throbbed under the weight of this newfound information. Frustration grew within him until the system granted him an unexpected boon, a substantial gift package for newcomers. Upon opening the gift pack, he discovered treasures including an expansive acre of farmland, upland rice seeds, a charming feathered dog as a companion, a skill for sewing, and even a quaint newbie's house. With the house card clutched in his hand, Suyu exited the system and activated it, witnessing a miraculous transformation as a house appeared on the open expanse of land. Buoyed by his accomplishment, he then used the acre of land card to sow the precious upland rice seeds, and with a final card, he summoned a pet, an adorable feathered dog. Holding the pup lovingly in his arms, a sense of companionship warmed his heart. Engrossed in playful interaction with his newfound furry friend, Suyu's attention was suddenly captured by an astonishing sight. Squinting his eyes, he realized that the rice seeds he had sown earlier were already fully grown. Amazement washed over him at the rapid growth, and he hurried over for a closer inspection. Delighted to find the rice of exceptional quality, he decided to prepare a meal with it. With dedication, he meticulously cooked the rice, and its alluring aroma wafted through the air. Both Suyu and his feathered companion were captivated by the scent, their mouths watering in anticipation. As they gazed at the finished dish, a sense of accomplishment and wonder filled the air. As Suyu lifted the lid of the pot, steam swirling upwards, he ladled the rice into a bowl and took a sip. The taste was an electrifying revelation, a sensation that sent shockwaves through his mind. Enchanted by the delicious flavor, he fell head over heels for the dish. Noticing his feathered companion's eager gaze, Suyu chuckled and offered the dog its own bowl. Together, they relished the delectable meal, savoring every bite. Amidst this culinary delight, a reminder from the system jolted Suyu's reverie. He needed to pay a system coin for the use of the stove, bowls, and other utensils. Frustration flared within him as he balked at the notion of such an exorbitant fee. After some time, his irritation waned, and he inquired about the exchange rate between system coins and magic stones. Learning that one system coin equaled one low-quality magic stone, which could only be earned through his own hard work, Suyu's complaint echoed as he deemed it unfairly expensive. That night, within the walls of his newfound home, Suyu contemplated the uphill battle ahead. He recognized the need for substantial funds, a challenge that gnawed at him since he couldn't return to Earth. Determined to change his fate this time, he resolved to make his mark. The following day, he ventured out to his fields, dedicating himself to cultivating rice. His plan was straightforward: grow rice to sell and earn the much-needed money. Seeking confirmation from the system, he inquired whether selling rice was permissible. With the system's approval, He named his vigilant feathered companion Mao Mao and entrusted the creature with guarding his homestead. In the bustling bazaars of Liang City, East County, Suyu stood out with a sack of rice slung over his shoulder. Finding a strategic spot, he unfurled a large cloth on the road and set up his makeshift shop. His enthusiastic cries praising the rice echoed through the crowd as he attempted to persuade passers-by. Yet, their skeptical glances revealed their doubts. The meager quantity and seemingly ordinary appearance of the rice gave them pause. Undeterred, Suyu hatched a plan. He decided to borrow a pot and create a fragrant rice porridge. He believed that once people caught a whiff of the aromatic dish, they'd be enticed to buy. As he formulated his scheme, a voice disrupted his thoughts. Looking up, he found Tang Xiao standing before him, inquiring about his curious activities. Caught off guard by Tang Xiao's unexpected presence, Suyu shifted uncomfortably and mumbled that he was simply trying out a new job. He then turned the question around and inquired about Tang Xiao's substantial load. However, a nearby individual, clearly irked by Suyu's appearance, interjected with an explanation. Tang Xiao had been demoted, now tasked with procuring supplies. Filled with regret, Suyu hastily apologized to Tang Xiao for any inconvenience caused. Tang Xiao, though, shrugged it off with a casual acceptance, expressing that his new role aligned with his aspirations. He delved into a conversation about the rice Suyu was selling, his curiosity evident. He probed for details, keen to understand the product he was considering buying as a favor for his friend. As Suyu hesitated over the price, guilt gnawing at him, he finally disclosed the figure. To his surprise, Tang Xiao reacted with disbelief, his serious demeanor reflecting his astonishment. He inquired again, almost incredulous, seeking confirmation of the exorbitant price. Suyu's mind raced, briefly considering lowering the price to appease Tang Xiao. However, the system intervened, cautioning against such changes that could tarnish King Mountain's reputation. Encumbered by this guidance, Suyu held firm to the expensive price. Despite the shock, Tang Xiao decided to buy the rice, presenting the money as a gesture of goodwill from a brother to another. As Suyu hesitated, Tang Xiao insisted, patting his shoulder with a reassuring smile. With the transaction completed, Tang Xiao bid his farewell, reassuring Suyu that this would be the last time he lent a helping hand. Emotions welled within Suyu as he watched Tang Xiao depart with his companions. A promise echoed in his heart, he would repay this debt someday. After a rewarding stint in the East Bazaar, Suyu decided to treat himself to a well-deserved meal to celebrate his first successful deal. As he savored the food, an alluring aroma wafted to his senses, drawing his attention to a young girl peddling an assortment of herbs. Intrigued, he approached her and inquired about the offerings. The girl shyly confirmed that they were indeed magical medicines, freshly plucked from the mountain that very morning. Finding her adorable and genuine, Suyu picked up one of the herbs, only to have the system detected as a strength-gathering herb. The action unlocked a second-tier seed, reminding him of the importance of collecting magic medicine seeds. The little girl eagerly introduced him to an array of magical herbs, explaining their various functions and properties. Impressed by her knowledge, Suyu praised her quick understanding of the subject. The girl modestly admitted that she had a knack for it, displaying a mix of shyness and pride. Curious, she inquired about his intentions, wondering which herb he intended to purchase. The question caught Suyu off guard, his thoughts immediately turning to his limited funds and the fact that he had already unlocked the necessary seeds. In a tight spot, he contemplated whether it would be alright to feign mere curiosity without making a purchase. Just as he wrestled with this dilemma, the system intervened, congratulating him on unlocking 10 level 2 seeds and upgrading his body. Suyu felt a curious sense of strength coursing through him. He also noticed a newfound lightness in his step. Recognizing the tangible benefits, he mused on the situation. These magical herbs were becoming less valuable to him, but declining to buy them might create an awkward moment. Just as he pondered this, the young herb vendor suddenly halted him, informing him that the herbs were no longer for sale. A figure of authority emerged, chastising the girl for selling herbs without a proper license. The stern man issued a warning, confiscating her herbs as a deterrent and threatening jail time for a repeat offense. Unfazed, the girl clung defiantly to her basket of herbs, courageously standing up to the man's bullying tactics. In the midst of the tense exchange, Suyu intervened, asserting that he had already made a purchase. The man turned his attention to Suyu, questioning whether he had a problem with the cancelled deal. He emphasized that without a pharmacist's endorsement, the deal was indeed null and void. Suyu's chances of purchasing medicine were limited to authorized outlets like the MMA. Amidst the heated conversation, the girl's tearful voice spoke up, sharing that the registration fees were prohibitively expensive. She expressed her intention to pursue it when she could afford the costs. Unmoved by her predicament, The man remained firm in his stance, asserting that without proper authorization, she couldn't sell medicine. At this juncture, Suyu interjected once more, boldly offering to cover her registration fees. He questioned if she could take the pharmacist's test immediately. The girl's eyes shimmered with gratitude and disbelief. The man, though angered, grudgingly conceded, allowing them the chance to prove their legitimacy. As the man led them away, the girl's spirits lifted, and she expressed her heartfelt thanks to Suyu. In this moment, she introduced herself as Mu Xiaoxiao. After a brief journey, Suyu and Mu Xiaoxiao arrived before the imposing Magic Medicine Administration building, their eyes widening in awe at its grandeur. Stepping inside, the man bowed deferentially and addressed a certain Master Zhao. The man indicated Suyu and Mu Xiaoxiao, presenting them to Master Zhao with respect. Master Zhao, holding a gourd, inquired whether they had come for a test. He retrieved a box, revealing an herb concealed within, and instructed Mu Xiaoxiao to place her hand inside without looking. With a twist to the proceedings, he explained that he would insert another herb only when she identified the current one correctly, posing a series of challenges with up to 10 different herbs. Suyu, feeling the situation was slightly unfair as Mu Xiaoxiao couldn't see the herb, expressed his reservations. However, Mu Xiaoxiao exuded confidence and readily accepted the challenge. Encouraged by her determination, Suyu eventually agreed, giving her the green light to proceed. Taking a sip from his gourd, Master Zhao mused on his history at this seemingly mundane establishment. He pondered over his years spent here, hunting for promising talents, a task that had proven elusive. Urging Mu Xiaoxiao to begin, he reminded her that she had a mere 10 minutes to complete the task. Closing her eyes, Mu Xiaoxiao extended her hand into the box, her fingers brushing against the herb as she carefully assessed its features. Without hesitation, she identified it confidently as the woody bellflower. The declaration had an unexpected effect. Master Zhao's surprised reaction caused him to spray the wine he was sipping, igniting a sense of intrigue among those present. Quickly collecting himself, Master Zhao assumed a serious demeanor, shedding an aura of authority as he sternly demanded that Mu Xiaoxiao repeat her answer. Master Zhao's stern inquiry about Mu Xiaoxiao's identification method placed her under considerable pressure. Feeling the weight of his aura, Suyu interjected, questioning the situation and expressing concern over Mu Xiaoxiao's fright. Standing up for her, he demanded an explanation from Master Zhao, perturbed by the intimidating atmosphere. Mu Xiaoxiao, her confidence faltering, sought refuge behind Suyu and stammered an explanation. She admitted that she simply felt it was a woody bellflower, questioning if she had erred in her judgment. This admission led Master Zhao to contemplate her response, realizing that she might possess an authentic gift for this craft. Seeking to reassure her, he explained that his excitement had momentarily gotten the best of him, urging her to continue the task. Undeterred by her initial fear, Mu Xiaoxiao attempted once more, remarkably getting every subsequent identification correct. Each correct answer fueled Master Zhao's growing enthusiasm, leading him to declare her a natural pharmacist with exceptional talents. However, his excitement inadvertently disrupted the surroundings, causing chaos to unfold. Concerned for his well-being, Mu Xiaoxiao timidly questioned Master Zhao about the sudden turmoil. Master Zhao chuckled, patting his beard, and assured her that he had merely released some qi, a concept she was unfamiliar with. He brushed off her concern, extending an unexpected proposition, inviting her to become his student. Bewildered by the offer, Mu Xiaoxiao expressed her wish to be a pharmacist and not an alchemist. Undeterred by her response, Master Zhao revealed that being his student didn't entail forsaking her desire to be a pharmacist. Instead, he elaborated that while pharmacy was one of the many professions under the umbrella of the Magic Medicine Association, MMA, being his student would enable her to become a respected alchemist. He disclosed his true identity as an alchemist known as Alclus, boasting a reputation as a master pill maker who ranked among the top 5 in the country. His title, Alclus, was derived from his reclusive nature, known only by a select few. Amidst the revelation, a man present suddenly recognized Alclus, recalling his distinction as a renowned alchemist, famed for crafting top-grade pills. Alclus's dual mastery in both pill-making and kung fu further deepened his legendary status. The man's realization dawned upon him, finally comprehending why the leaders held Master Zhao in such high regard, a master of kung fu and an esteemed alchemist ranked among the top 5. Overwhelmed by this revelation, he knelt before Master Zhao, solemnly pledging to keep his newfound knowledge a secret. The system chimed in, acknowledging the discovery of a kung fu master and alchemist, unlocking major task number 3, unite the strong for King Mountain's development. The weight of the task hung heavily in the air. Witnessing this development, Suyu's anger ignited, his frustration apparent as he questioned the feasibility of this mission. He couldn't fathom how he, a nobody, could accomplish such a monumental feat. Turning his gaze to the man, Master Zhao assessed the situation and acknowledged his intentions. Master Zhao disclosed his purpose of seeking apprentices and decided the man was no longer needed. He did, however, remind the man of his misguided attempt to usher Mu Xiaoxiao into his presence. Turning to Mu Xiaoxiao, Master Zhao inquired about her thoughts, prompting an outburst of anger from her. She vehemently denied any intention of becoming his student and redirected her question to Su Yu. Su Yu weighed his words carefully, acknowledging the man's role in their encounter with Master Zhao. He stated that the encounter had been fortunate and regarded Master Zhao as a good man, urging against punishing the man. However, Master Zhao admonished Su Yu, emphasizing that the question was directed at his potential student, not him. Master Zhao made a heartfelt attempt to sway Mu Xiaoxiao, expressing his desire to teach her the art of pill making. He promised that she would rise to become a respected alchemist under his guidance. Despite his entreaties, Mu Xiaoxiao steadfastly refused, moving closer to Su Yu for support. She emphasized that she had only come for the test, harboring no interest in becoming an alchemist. This declaration elicited a frustrated response from Master Zhao, who declared that if she rejected both paths, she would neither be a pharmacist nor an alchemist. An uneasy feeling settled in Su Yu's chest, sensing that things were taking an unfortunate turn. And this is how the first part of this manhwa ends. Well, guys, if you liked this video and want a part 2, comment below with the word part 2.